Hello, the topic of this video is destroying 6-7. I hate 6-7. Sorry to you 6-7 enjoyers. Your 6-7 selves. But, yeah, sorry. But I just can't deal with you. You're so annoying. So I'm a destroy 6-7. Now there's multiple ways. You could do an 8. Sorry for my horribly drawn 8. I need to finish the 8. Woman! You know what? I don't care. I'm not editing that out. Anyway, you could take this 8. You could put it in between. So you get a little 8, 6, 7. Then you move the 6 there. 8, 7, 6. There. We have a problem fixed. Okay, there's another one. There's another method. Let's say.
No, it's different. Look. It's long. Oh, okay.
Let's pretend it's exactly 5 years. Wait, hold on. Exactly 5 years later. 76. And my grandmother is blowing out her birthday cake candles. Hold on.
So her butt won't be out of the bed.
And then,
what's this?
Soy sauce.
That's some thick soy sauce.
I can't draw 76 candles.
No. I know. I just saw a 7 and a 1 with a candle tip on top.
No, I'm doing scenario 5 years in the future. Stop interrupting me in my video.
Okay.
It looks like a pop top.
I told Donnie's in the store I was buying me some Northside noodles. Okay, the Northside ate the noodles.
The Northside ate the noodles? What? You said I could have it.
He's the Northside.
That would be my family arguing. Anyway, okay, let's just imagine this is 76 candles. Now, hold on, let me draw my grandma. Okay. Oh, this is gonna make her look ugly. I hope my grandmother does not watch this video. I drew her ugly. Hold on, I need to draw her hair. Okay, so basically, see, that's already a solution in itself. But she is going to eat the 6 with her mouth. This is horrible drawing. Hold on, I need to fix this. This looks weird. Okay, let's just imagine she ate the 76. I almost said 6-7. And she lost one leg and half her body. Half her body just disappeared. Hold on, and she ate the cake. And then she died. Like, that's a little bit. I shouldn't say that. Okay, next scenario to get rid of 6-7. Before I offend her more. First I drew her ugly, then I said she's gonna die in 5 years. Then I said she's gonna be bald. to get rid of 6, 7. This video just keeps detouring. Next way to get rid of 6, 7. Just add a 5. And then you move that bid back 5. And then you just, hold on, I need the color picker for the eye drop, I guess. 5. There, we got rid of our 5, 6. We got rid of our 6, 7. At this point, all of you interrupted. Might as well all of you just participate. Here, what are your suggestions to get rid of 6, 7? No! No! You can't twerk to get rid of 6, 7! This is supposed to be family friendly. No. No, you're not using that idea to get rid of 6, 7. Okay, and then you just kill the 6. And you get 57. And then you, hold on. Then you replace the 6 with a turd. Hold on, I need to draw. Visible. Oh, by the way, happy birthday to my grandmother if she sees this. I hope she doesn't. I hate her balls. Next way to get rid of 6, 7. Then you, okay, first, there's another way. Easy. Hold on, let me draw one of my friends that always says 6, 7. I'm gonna make him purple. And I'm gonna make him have 2 legs. These are his legs. This is his leg again. This is his face. And hold on, this is his hat. Hold on, that's not the hat he wore. Hold on, sorry. I'm gonna hit your head with the right angle maneuver. His hat. There. And let's just say this was his speech bubble. And he said 6, 7. Well, I'm gonna draw me. Hold on, let me draw me. Me over here. I'm gonna come and slap him. And I'm gonna come and slap him. And then, hold on. What does this become? Hold on. See, I'm gonna convey movement in here. And just imagine I'm walking over. Yes. And then I grab my hand and smack him. And then he's bleeding. I don't wear a headband. Anyway, he's bleeding. And then he says, hold on. Ow. Ooh. What? Okay, and then I slap him and he says, no. And then he falls over and dies. And Oh no. Okay, next one. Now I'm gonna draw a 5 and a 6. Now, this is a way to get 6, 7. 5 plus 1 divided by 6. Yeah, we are getting 6, 7. And 6 plus 1. Actually, no, 6 plus 2 minus 1 times 7. Boom. We just solved world hunger. Don't mind that I murdered a man. 42. There. We saved the day. My math teacher's gonna be so confused if she ever sees it. 42. Hey, at least he did some education. I can say that's more than I do in most videos. See, I'm helpful with education. It's just gonna include a little violence. Okay, next. Imagine there's 2 circles. And their area... No, I need to make this way stronger. Not stronger, smaller. 6, 7, 6, 7. Now I'm gonna multiply the 2 6 7s. 42 times 2 equals 84. Wait, no. Wait. I'm bad at math. I keep zooming in too far. Okay, next I'm gonna erase all this stuff I don't need anymore. Hold on. Let's go back to the scenario. Now I have to hide the dead body. Out of context, this sounds horrible. Hold on, wrong tool. Okay, so just imagine the dead body is just there, sitting there. And imagine if he gained like a 50,000 pounds after I killed him. And then he's still making a happy face, even if he's dead.
That was crazy. I almost thought I had to hit $4 trees.
Okay, he's dead. And then me over here celebrating his death when I realized it's had the body. So I'm like, what's his area? so I can dig a grave. What is this? This has turned educational, but also not.
Silent. Digging graves to 11. What anybody digging graves at 11 years old for? This should not be
This is a scenario.
You sound weird. I like the plan.
Anyway, his area is 75 times 1 million because he's fat. Poor guy, I murdered him with a slap so hard. Then I called him fat.
I'm telling you.
Minus 6, 7. What is this? Minus 6, 7 equals this. Okay, the end. The end of this drawing, I'd say, because I still have to dig the grave. Hold on, so imagine this is like the land where I dig the grave. And it's just a hill. Okay, and then I'm here. And then I'm dragging the dead body. The police gonna be looking for me after this. And then and then, like, there, his arm just gets, mutilated. This gets more violent and by the second. Like, and then I dig a grave, I guess. Rape. Right. And then, he's dead. Anyway, moving on from this scenario. Oh, wait, also 6'7's dead. 6'7. But it actually turns into a pair of glasses, so. Well, a note and a triangle instrument. See, we have a happy ending, kinda, to this scenario, even though I killed him. Next scenario for getting rid of 6'7 that won't involve murder. I hope it won't involve murder. But, stuff happens when you know. Okay, next. Let's just imagine. 6. Let's just fill in the 6. I'll give it eyes and legs. 6. This is gone horribly.
Oh, you done? You already done? You gonna eat done?
And then, let's say there's 7. And 7 hates 6.
Yep. What you doing, Miss Judy Pooty? Oh, that's pretty.
Don't question why 7 looks like that. And then he has eyes. But, no, he should have a frown. Or, I just ripped him in half. Again. He's now split into 3. Now, 7 divided by 3, that is physically impossible for my brain. Sorry. So, we're gonna round to, 2.2. Now that 7 is split into 2.2, he now will go to Timbuktu. No. Okay, then, 6 will, get slapped by 7. Wait, this is turning into a repeat of events. Hold on, 7 has a gun. Hold on, no, 7 has a bomb. This keeps getting worse. This is just a candidate event for somebody to die. Sorry, 6, 7. It's just your time to go. And then the bomb detonates. And then there's a lot of... And then 6, 7 is gone. And then, there's, 7, 6 we have to deal with. I sound like an evil mafia boss right now. with how many deaths have occurred. Okay, 7-6, you know. Hold on, they're gonna say 6, 7. So we must drop a bomb on their city. No, wait, no. We must, drop a deadly rose. Wrong color. We must drop a deadly rose, and if they pick it up, they explode. But then, 6 is like, but I want it. So he's like, with his little 6th hand, and then 6 gets absorbed by the cube of 6, 7. And then 7 is like 6. And then 7 is like 6, 5. And then we have cured the world of 6, 7. But now we have to deal with 6, 5. What is the storyline? Hey, if anyone wants to turn this into a book, you know, you can just type in the comments, and I will be like, oh, sure, make it. So, 1% of the profit must go to me. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. JK. Okay, next scenario. See, 65. Let's bring back the original 5. The original 5 that was the only one who survived so far in this story besides me. Okay, let's bring back that, the 6. The 6 that survived. Okay, so the 6 is like, hold on. I miss seven. And 5 was like, ew. And then 6 slaps 5. But 5 retaliates back and grabs a knife. Why can this not be? And then stabs 6. But then 6's hand splits off. And they both die. We have destroyed 6, 7, but now
you can't even get a message.
and we have 0, 0. Let's divide them by 50. 5,000 million, 1 trillion, and 85,000. I know, that sounds like very much a lot, and it is. So I'm just gonna draw some scribbles and say that it's still 0, 0. But we can get rid of one of these zeros, because 0, 0 is just 0 still, because 0 is nothing. Oh no, we've opened a paradox. If 0 equals air, then if air is nothing, then why does it have a name? And if 0 is nothing, then why does it have a name? And zeros aren't like a wild creature we find. So, if we can't see zeros without writing them, how do we know they're real? But also, how do we know air is real? How do we? Can we taste it? Can we smell it? Can we hear it? Can we touch it? Can we lick it? Can we eat it? Wait. And then, hold on. Wait, hold on. Here are the numbers that have survived. Hold on. 2. Hold on, this is supposed to be a 1. And then there's 1 and 2 survived. I made their limbs weird. Hold on, I need to make their limbs right. 2, 3. Yeah. No. And then we got 3. And then what? My computer. And then we got 4. And then we got hold on. 5. Hold on, I need to give him limbs. Why is it green? Why is it green? I give up on humanity. I mean computers. Clankers. And then we got 4, and then we got 5. They're the only ones who survive, sadly. Wait, no, we forgot. We forgot about a few. And then 5. I can't tell if this is educational. It feels uneducational, but it feels educational. Okay? And then 6, 7 are dead. So I'll just draw a tombstone. Six. Six, 7. And then we got 8. Who is very sad. He looks like a bug. A bug. And then we got I'm skipping 9. He died off screen. 9 was my friend that I punched in the face. And then we got 10. And 10. Hold on. He has a message. He has a message for all the supporters. The supporters of David Baszucki. Let me take emphasis on which finger it is that he's holding up. Well, I need to make this smaller. I'm gonna make it. Gonna emphasize what finger it is he's holding up to. Or your 2025 bingo card was not getting flipped off by orange. Okay. Anyway, a next step